Hi guys. Oh, it's lagging.
On tabletops, wearing high, till the wall spins like a wheel. But the night you're apart has so
I'm gonna get started in like 2 minutes. Yeah, as you can see, I have like a janky backdrop. It's all like wrinkly, but I like this color. And I can't wait to start in a little bit. Let's wait like a couple minutes. I'm looking at YouTube through my laptop so I can see your comments live. Ah! Hello, Rocio! Oh my god, my hair is a mess. I've been running around trying to get this backdrop done and it ended up looking terrible, but I'm excited. Okay, since it is 12:15, I guess I could start. Okay. All right. Let me get my website out. Oh yeah, and stay tuned because later on after this, I'll probably perform some songs like a real concert. Never done live, so this is so weird. It's like I'm talking to myself in the mirror. I'm gonna share now. All right. Your negativity. I could be a pretty girl. I'll wear a skirt for you. Okay. Okay, because the music was so loud, I'm just gonna go back. So this is my website. This is my book. I guess I'll present. Oh, before I start, I want to thank you guys for just tuning in during COVID-19 just to look at our stuff and to see my work that I've been working on all semester. Personally, I really love Texas Creative. It's opened up my world exponentially, and my way of thinking and the way I live my life has been changed so much that I'm really thankful for this program. And because we were able to come together and still let critique happen is such a huge thing that I'm really thankful for. So yeah, thanks guys for just participating and for watching my stream. But let's get into it. So this is my homepage, and as we scroll down, ooh, we have some work. Okay, let's start with Qualicare. Okay, so this was done by me and Casey. We both art directed and we both copyrighted. We kind of came together and just married our minds, like go off queen. So yeah, our tagline is power to the parents. So I'm gonna read off basically the write-up for it. So changing a dirty diaper stinks. Oh yeah, before I read into it, if people don't know what koala care is, it's literally in not every bathroom, but most of the bathrooms that I've seen had koala care, which is a baby changing station that's widely used in like public places or even in restaurants. So that was our brand, and our write-up has to do, I'll get into it, is what stinks worse though is that parents are often unable to find a changing station when the critical moment arrives. The iconic koala from Koala Care, this one specifically, with no choice, was left with no choice but to no. The Koala Care, sorry, I'm so nervous. Oh, let me get it out. Okay. The iconic koala from the Koala Care logo heard about how humans are left with no choice but to use seats, dirty floors, sometimes even like random cars or like their own laps just to change their babies because there is a lack of changing stations. And these koalas have something to say. We never thought animals would have to fight for human rights, but it turns out koalas can get shit done. So it's kind of like a twist on people very advocating towards animal rights when it's the opposite, where animals sees an injustice that humans face and they want to say something about it and change it. So this is our original logo. And from here, meet Marlowe the koala. And he, ladies and gentlemen, he is pissed off. He's angry. The baby's angry too, because we're kind of focusing on like men's bathrooms as well. Like they have this lack of changing stations when the family dynamic is changing so much, and there's more stay-at-home dads than ever. So Marlo's just like, what's going on? And if we keep going down, we take the same logo change and we blow this up on Twitter. Marlo just goes off. He is passionate. He's like, hey, it's me, Marlo. I don't really say much. People don't know that koalas can like speak, but I gotta go off here. There's something that I'm really, really passionate about. And this is specifically towards changing stations. So these tweets go from human beings, as civilized as they are, quote unquote, are being forced to keep their offsprings bundled and dung. And then there's like shocking real footage and like a dad being forced to change the diaper on the bathroom floor, and like just like, oh, this is just so terrible. Like, look at the dad right here. Look at this dad. Look at this dad. This horror. This ain't right. Anyways, so this is where I think social gets really important, and it can really blow up and call attention to things that people don't usually talk about in an interesting kind of perspective. And from here, we're going to do an official press release, kind of stating Koala Care's stance. Oh, the comments are so sweet. Thank you guys. Anyways, yeah, we're just going to completely like state this to the public, saying Koala Care is in this stance and we are gonna stand by it. And if you really want to make a change, we made a website called Power to the Parents. Just go on there and just sign a petition if you see any local areas where they don't have a changing station where there should be one, or in a men's bathroom, like maybe your husband noticed that there isn't one. It can have this way of giving kind of like a power to the parents to put some action into it. Since this is a B2B brand, they mostly are sold towards public places and restaurants. This is a way for them to kind of like skip the middleman and kind of talk directly to the parents and give the parents a voice to kind of speak up and bring more changing stations to places that are needed. So this is like a huge announcement. And then from here, we have wild postings. So we're gonna take the same logo and kind of put them in places where they don't have changing stations, as kind of like a way to protest, like specifically men's bathrooms. And it's just like straight up in the bathroom, and it's just super passive aggressive, like, bro, you should do something about this. This is kind of like unacceptable. And I have like a sticker in a way. then from here, okay, we got some pre-roll. I'll let it speak for itself. So.
She a nice lady and she shaking her yams. Spent the whole summer trapping out the Sudan. Marching.
Oh, that's not right. Let me redo that. No. Okay, so sorry for the technical difficulties. Okay, back to the beginning. I don't know if you guys heard it. Oh god. Hold on. Oh, I should. Okay. That was the video, the pre-roll spot. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I had music going on in the background and it played at the same time. And then from here at the end, we have parent proof. So this is a way to kind of help normalize parenthood by incorporating koala care more into everyday life. So for example, we're going to collaborate and kind of integrate within like Google Maps, for example. And from here, you can turn on parent proof mode, which is basically, it's a really great way to basically help parents just to navigate through and to get around their everyday lives. If they're going to the amusement park or if they're going to a new location and they don't know what to expect, or if that place is going to have a changing station at hand, this just seamless integration will help a parent find that out. And within that, they'll also get to petition and notify if they need a station, kind of like maybe like again like a petition kind of where it like takes you back to the website. And then from here you can also locate the nearest station as well as kind of rate the quality, you get it, because like koala and quality anyways. And you can see at the bottom right here, you can rate by the number of koalas to see how good the station is, if it's clean, it's been used fine, if there's something broken, etc. And then from here, we would also integrate it just to make it even more normalized by putting it in Yelp, giving it a way for people to look at restaurants and know, look at that symbol and say, okay, yeah, it's parent proof. It probably, if that restaurant is parent proof, it will probably indicate that it has a booster seats or anything that is amenable for children and for parents. And then also, of course, for Waze, and then for Apple Maps is where it would be extended even more. And at the end, we would kind of take the symbol and then put them outside of the entrances of doorway entrances of like restaurants or public spaces or on signs, just to even have to like realliterate this symbol to be parent proofed. This place is parent proof. It's foolproof for a parent. And yeah, there you go. That's the end of my first one. Gosh, I feel like I was like jibber jabbering a lot. I don't know. Yes, it's quality. Quality. Okay, and then here's Workaway. So in a short sum up of what Workaway is, it's basically a exchange kind of program where you're able to go to hosts' house like Airbnb, but you get to stay at their home for free in exchange for like maybe a couple hours of work during like in the house or babysitting or taking photos. It could be literally any job, and it comes with free housing. and you could travel anywhere around the world with this kind of like platform, which is insane. You know what I mean? I just, after discovering this, it like opened up my world. Anyways, this is our write up. Basically, our tagline is make your hours count, every hour. And I'll read Russio's beautiful writing. Okay. You were born to be alive, to learn from your surroundings, to build on your experiences, to just get out there. But what happens when life gets in the way of life? Working 9 to 5s, sitting in meetings, being sedentary, moving around is what got humans started in the first place. Don't settle, be a settler. Workaway is a platform to gain real experiences, to work any kind of job anywhere in the world. And it's not cheating because cutting corners is impossible when your workspace is a globe. Retire young, make your hours count. So basically, in the gist, our main focus from this campaign is to kind of redefine these worky terms, like experience, what's your experience, or how many, always counting down your hours of getting paid, like 401ks. Like there's always this, there's a lingo that's kind of been established within society. And it's kind of sad that the word experience doesn't fully mean having an experience in France, for example. Instead, some people are so focused on having a good experience with a company. And so we wanted to kind of like play with these words and kind of bring back and kind of show that Workaway brings new meaning back to where it should be. But yeah. So our first move is straight up going into LinkedIn and Indeed and infiltrating. We infiltrating. And we would just infiltrate with a whole bunch of jobs, kind of like that Workaway offers. So you're able to do tamale making apprenticeships. You're able to do boat making and sailing apprenticeships. You're able to help out on the farmhouse in the mountains of Eastern France, be a photographer for a local Norwegian school. Like all of these are real examples of them kind of offering that within having a place to stay. So every profile of where you go, we get to look up, you actually, that's like some of the jobs that you could do within that place. And so instead of it just being on their website, we would infiltrate the most corporate social app you ever been and just kind of smack it in their face. Even in the job descriptions, we would talk about basically a dream, being 3 minutes away from the beach, having a really good vibe and music and culture awaiting you. And then the link to that direct profile where you can actually eventually maybe get a membership and join is like the whole purpose of it. And we just like saturate LinkedIn and Indeed with this. And from here, it connects to Google and SEO. This is where I feel like a lot of people will also search up very similar questions like I'm feeling lost, or I hate my job, or job openings, or I don't know what to do for my future. What do I do after graduating? There's a lot of like unknown questions, and a lot of the answers never seem to be very helpful because you don't really know what you want sometimes. And instead of it just being like all these other like random things, here we would have just Workaway right away there, and just like giving people the option to look and like look into it and feel intrigued if this is their calling to like travel and also work multiple different types of jobs to narrow down what you want to do in life even faster. And then from here, okay, we gonna have guerrilla mural postings. Okay, we're gonna basically, these are going to be placed in the most corporate areas like Wall Street or in the middle of New York City, like the city gals with the corporate and the accountants and the people who go to their 9 to 5s on their subways and like right on the concrete on the way to the work. These would be out there. And so the first one right here behind that one is work for a different kind of pig. Maybe you get to go to Bora Bora and just kind of feed some pigs, and that's your job. It's better than working for that you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I don't need to explain too deeply. And then the second one, it's a little messy, but the point of it was to use a whole bunch of those stupid stamp cards that we use where you have to log down all your hours and you have to punch in, punch out, and be so punctual and kind of add up your hours, and that's the makeup of your life. because the majority of adults in our life, we mostly work, and it's just an unfortunate thing to where we twist the time frame to just be such a terrible, you know what I mean? It's just so sad. So we took those, we plastered them on the wall gigantically, and then we speak the word, just our tagline, make your hours count. And then from there, people can go up and like sign certain things like, oh, what would you do with your hours instead, and fall in love, or go to the Switzerland for 2 weeks, or go try Indian food. Like the possibilities are endless. And so we were wanting that one to be more inviting for people to interact with, or even to look at the smaller text to see what this double meaning is. And then from here, we got the traveling HQ. So this is Workaway headquarters. This is where we're going to basically go around and run our business, kind of. Actually, the real headquarters is in China, I believe, but this one's more about kind of going around the US in a tour, and kind of calling it the fact that our offices are worldwide and they're also in homes. And so they're just as local. And then from here, we would just probably have this like little tent going on, the pamphlets, just like kind of talking about our benefits and like what being a workawayer means. But literally there's no like, you know, like what like but or like a contract of some sort. Instead, it's just like you can live your dream, you can have a higher quality of life, you can have endless vacation days, kind of like the way corporate people do things, but instead it being the real deal, like it's an actual like living your dream. And then from here, they would probably, whatever city they're at, they'll probably do like a community project wherever they're stationed, and invite the community to like help on like painting a wall or like painting on top of graffiti, etc. And yeah, that's like what we would do. And this is what it would look like the little like traveling headquarters. And then from there, we got a 60 video spot. Oh, Julia. Ah, the comments are so sweet. Oh my god. Okay. Yes, the video spot. This video spot is basically a commencement by the valedictorian, kind of like gone off and is just giving her speech, and she's like, yeah, like, you know, congratulations, we did it. You know, it's just so amazing that, you know, for 18 years straight, I've been working so hard only to probably measure up to something very little, like a 9-to-5 job. And she's like just been waiting for this whole moment. And she kind of announces that she's been accepted to Columbia, Harvard, Cornell, but she's not going to go because she wants something else than that. There's something more to life than those things that people expect you to do. And that's when she kind of like states that, and that there's always another way to live life. And then she leaves the scene or the stage, and then it ends with work away, make your hours count. And so it's kind of like interesting, right? It's like, oh, something to do with like graduating high school, and like, what does this mean? And from after this announcement, after this video spot, we're announcing that Workaway is doing a gap life, not a gap year, but a gap life scholarship program. From here, this is where kind of things turn into full circle, which is really cool. But basically, it would be a 2-year program where they're able to travel all around the world, wherever they please, and also because it is kind of like a self-sustaining, independent thing. So you would have your own job immediately, obviously, while you're at the local's house you're staying at. And while you're there for the 2 years, when it comes to, there's still a like membership fee, which isn't a lot. I think it's like every 2 years, like $30 or something. But that would be covered completely by the program. And also for any extra amenities, like for example, if that place doesn't necessarily provide you meals, because some places do, you would give you the extra income to kind of have the minimum to eat, or maybe like a good amount to have money to spend to eat food or to go to the city, etc. and this is just for a 2-year. We were thinking 2-year would be a good gap or a good time for people. And this is specifically targeted towards people who are graduating high school or college and they don't really know what they wanted to do or what they're doing. And maybe some people don't want to go straight into college. It's like a perfect opportunity for people who have these questions and are able to go and do it, you know? Because it's always at the end of everyone's life goal. After I get my PhD, after I get that promotion, then I'll travel, then I'll live my life. And this one's kind of going the opposite direction and encouraging people at a younger age to do it, and also get a certificate, also get look, this could be their LinkedIn profile. It's professional, it's valid, it's, you know, it's interesting. It shows that you have such a wide range of stuff you could do, being a professional apple picker, you know, being an English conversationalist slash tutor in Japan, being a pig caretaker and swimmer in the Bahamas. Like, honestly, that's a rad resume. It transforms the way we look at like a traditional thing. And then these are also other certifications that would come with it. It would be official, like you are really skilled at Photoshop because you've been doing social media for that one small cafe that's been letting you stay at their place. It gives you validation and it shows work. And so it's kind of like, it kind of like one-ups you and it's valid. Because a lot of times people also feel like if they travel at a younger age, they lose out on professional experiences. And so their resume or their like tool belt isn't as strong, when this is like the exact opposite. You can have the best of both worlds. But yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. And then the next one. Oh, what happened? Oh, I zoomed. Oh, thank you guys for the compliments. And then the last one. Sorry, I touch my hair so much. Is it annoying? It's kind of annoying. I don't know. Okay, so right off the bat, this is IDA is International Dark Sky Association. So it's a leading organization in going against light pollution. So not like greenhouse gas. It's like one of the, you know, the greenhouse gases and like go green, like the craze of it all. Light pollution seems to get in the dark. In it all. And so, but IDA's main goal is to protect the night skies and to protect the future generations and just the world in general through out away from light pollution, to prevent light pollution. And so basically, we live in a world that's extremely on. It's kind of like even at the night, we're always on, there's always light coming at our eyes, there's always light in our homes, there's always light from our screens and our TVs, and it's like we never turn off. And so, and we keep doing this and life goes on, but it's like we're not aware of the actual consequences that come with it. And so we want to bring light into this by, there's so many puns, I'm so sorry, this is not intentional, by just like pointing out the fact that you staring at your eyes for like 5 hours on your TikTok phony jigger can affect you in the long term, just like the world kind of goes through when the lights in the city are on for way too long and not giving the sky a break, or giving animals a break, or bugs, species a break because they get confused, and it gets everything out of whack. It gets all your systems out of whack, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so our strategy is to illustrate the damage of a world without night by guilting users into turning off the lights and appreciating the darkness. And who else thrives in darkness than certain beings? Monsters. So our first part of the campaign is basically doing digital billboards on YouTube, Snapchat, and even on Fortnite, kind of like right here, just to specifically during times when there's heavy traffic during the night, and place these ads during this. And we want to encourage people to turn off the lights or maybe reduce their artificial light emission. And so here are some animations. Yeah, if you didn't get that, this said it's hard to be a single mom. Light on. You can't even have a nightlife stop upsetting the undead. We are affecting monsters. People who drive their cars. Maybe out here being back. They can't live their lives normally because of us. It's hard to be the count. Yeah, but these are our pre-rolls, kind of like bringing more attention and exposure to IDA and what they are. And then from here, we are doing a Times Square takeover. Leave the graveyard shift to the undead. So yeah, Times Square takeover. We're invading this space and kind of taking the most like overly saturated, so much light, chaos, and we're only taking 10% of the purchase media for the messaging and maybe making like kind of like temporary blackouts just to bring more attention on purpose about reducing light pollution in New York. And I think this is like super relevant, you know what I mean? So they can bring a lot of buzz. And yes, this is like a huge move just to be like, whoa, what's going on? Why is everyone turning off the lights? Kind of like, oh, I see. You know what I mean? Get that vibe. And then we introduced dark mode. So specifically IDA will kind of create a dark mode app where you're able to kind of do dark mode for everything. We already are aware that there's dark mode for like Google or for like certain applications, but this one's like the all-in-one inclusion for everything that you own. And so it just, but ultimately its goal is to reduce light time from you in the night when you're sleeping, but also in your house, in your front porch. Encouraging even businesses or brands to get like involved and kind of aware that it's really simple. You can, when you go to sleep, just make sure to turn off all your lights. You also save money, you know, like there's a lot of beneficial things to it. And this is an even more reason and easier way to do it. And this example right here, the GIF is New York Times. And it's just going from its normal to its dark mode. Yeah, and if it also applies for applications that don't have dark mode, like New York Times. So it's really cool. Yeah. And then we have Monster Mash. So this is a huge concert series that's supposed to be benefiting IDA. It's going to be really, really cool and edgy. And most importantly, we're going to invite very famous individuals who also like find this extremely important. And just call it Monster Mash concert. And we're not going to use any traditional concert lighting at all. It's just going to be probably one spotlight or maybe one red light. Like it's solely so that people can, you know, dance in the dark, so you can fully be immersed in the darkness, but also the music itself, so that you're not distracted by a bunch of lights in a sense. And so at the same time, it's also reducing light pollution because some places go insane with lights. And it's bringing awareness to it, and a lot of people would be involved. So we have some tickets and oh yeah, here's the way Monster Mash looks like. This is our poster, our lineup, you know, they're so cool, man. And then this is our merch that we're going to have there, so you can purchase in all the any profit will go towards IDA and trying to bring more awareness and to our cause. And then these are the 3 different levels of the tickets we have, from underground to graveyard to night sky. So the tiers, you can see that, just to keep with the theme of it all. It's super cool. And then at the end, we have the blacklist, which is pretty intense. So now that we have a bunch of people on board at this point, it's like more local. Our biggest challenge right now is trying to talk to those big boys, those huge like buildings that all have those like random lights on. You've seen them at night, like in the city. Like you don't know why they're on. No one's there, and sometimes they keep them on all night, all day. And so we're going to make this blacklist website and just kind of publicly gaslight these people. Yeah, it's going to be on specifically Reddit, and it's going to be a thread, and people can post and etc. and kind of bring buzz and bring attention to it. And as a result, we're going to take these names and these brands and communities, or not communities, these people, and like kind of create a blacklist as a result. And so, yeah, this is going to encourage, I think, from public opinion and attention to turn off lights at a normal hour, or what's safe at least and acceptable, and to IDA's like standards. But yeah, those are my 3 campaigns. Oh my god, I talk so much. I wonder if people are still streaming. I want to go see them. I wonder if people are still watching me. Anyways, those are my 3 that I did this semester. I have a bunch more underneath. So I'm going to take a break, and we're going to go to play section just to kind of like, cleanse our palate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I say that a lot. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? Okay. What shall we look out for the break? Break. I can't do that weird. Okay, let's do freelance. So not recently, it was at the end of last summer. I was reached out by a local food blogger who's pretty well known in Austin. Her name's Taste of Coco, or Jane Co. And yeah, I got to illustrate some stuff for her book. And it was super cool because it was like Texas themed, and I'm a local Austinite, so it felt cool. Here's some quick that. And then another one is that I got to do a cool mural design I think it got changed because this specific mural space gets replaced by other ads and other brands quite frequently, but it was for Madewell at the time. And I didn't fully do it by myself, but it wasn't like led by me, but it was led by Emily Eisenhart, who's a really well-known local Austin artist and Madewell's main go-to artist and muralist. And so she reached out to me, and I was able to help her and kind of bring a little bit feedback, some sketches. These are some sketches I did, some pose ideas for the women, what kind of messaging, and work together together with her and a couple other people to just kind of get in a good brain sesh and just kind of talk through it and get the ideas out and finalize and execute. So it was super cool, and it was really fun. And look at that, it's a mural, it's a real thing. And I kind of like helped on that. And then, yeah, this is some illustration I did for skateboard company nonprofit. And I kind of created this identity. It was super fun. And then this is an illustration kind of system exploration that I did for Moish House, which is a Jewish retreat center. They like a lot of these were reached out by them, which was super cool. And and I felt very like touched to be able to work with them. And then at the bottom, these are just my commissions that I do via Instagram for couples and for friendsies. But these are great gifts for your loved ones. So if you want some, you can let me know. But yeah, that's it for that. Oh, Rocio! My #1 fan. I think I'm gonna go over one more over my work, maybe two, and then I'm gonna go into music time. If you want to jam with me, I don't know if you want to stay and watch or whatnot, but I can play some music. And if you have requests for music, you can start like putting them in the chat because I'll be looking at it later, and I'm already pretty laggy. But yeah. I'm going to do Ome's because that is my baby. That is my golden goose, kind of. It is kind of like my golden goose because it won a couple of awards, which I'm really, really proud of. And it's one of my favorite illustrations I've ever done. So quick summary of Ome's. It is basically a charity and a lottery came together and made a baby. So every time you donate, you get a chance to win a really once-in-a-lifetime prize or even money. Which is really interesting. And it kind of incentivizes people to donate or get involved in charity. So there's like a human truth that we found from this kind of thing is that people, like being good isn't always that beneficial. Like going on that charity marathon run isn't all that great because you could also end up peeing down your leg. And being green isn't also very effective, but it makes you feel good for a little bit, but it still hurts a lot. And so Ome's kind of did this crazy thing where you don't have to sacrifice yourself to do something good. And you can also, yeah. So this is our first print ad. Yes. Carpooling is only friendly for the environment. Preserving the planet isn't a joyride. That's why Ome's, yeah. I think they're pretty, so I'm just gonna, you can read them on your own time on my website whenever you want, but I just love the color palettes and one of my favorite color palettes I've done and designed. But yeah, and then this is a mural where it just says all the things people tell you should do, and this one says, no, to do good, you can just go skydiving and you get the same exact, even better effect on the world because you've donated a good amount of money, etc. Blah, blah, blah. And then these are take over billboards where we're targeting certain billboards, but not like attacking them, but saying if that isn't up to your speed to go on a marathon, or if you don't do blood, here's another option to also help those fundraisers. Oh my gosh. Thanks, guys. Okay, you already know TSA pre-check. Shout out to my girl Fatima. Oh yeah, and shout out to Julia before I didn't shout her out. But this is also a one at Addie as well. It's one of my favorites. But basically, it's about TSA pre-check, which is different from just TSA. Did I say PSA? I don't know. TSA pre-check. So this is where you don't have to take off your shoes, you don't have to take off your belt, and you don't have to go through that excessive line. You can just kind of walk through airport security. And so we're saying with TSA pre-check, you can keep it together. You can skip that 10-second scramble at the end where you're trying to jumble all your stuff back on and try to run to your flight. And instead, you're able to just keep all your stuff together and also keep yourself together. And so we have placed these cool ad tray thingies on the TSA line where it just kind of takes the typical instructions, and we kind of swap the words to kind of exaggerate the fact this is how you feel when you're in TSA. And with TSA pre-check, you can avoid this and you can keep it together. So strip off your buckle and belts and unbuckle your layers. See, I already messed up the words. Manage your laptop and place your children on a separate tray. Hold on to your water and throw away your boarding pass. Empty your shoes and take off your pockets. And then we have a capture cam where it's kind of like a roller coaster style cam at the end of the TSA line where everyone's like scrambling. And we capture them and then we put it in a cool little like pickup place where you can pick up the little photos just to like make fun of you in a way and say like you don't have to do this. And then we will have the experiential runway fashion show. Bro, this shoot was so fun. Oh my gosh. And I like passionately Photoshop these on top of this random I found on the internet. But this would be during the middle of New York Fashion Week, and just to highlight the airport fashion that we do. And we all come in at like into the airport all like cool looking, put together, but out of TSA you get all jumbled up and crazy and wild looking. But with TSA pre-check, you're Fatima, the clean. But yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna go over. I have a couple more favorites, but they can have another time, I feel like. Yeah. I get time to get out the old guitar. Oh. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I never live streamed my music before, or like my covers or anything. Oh. But okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So I love to art direct, I love to design, I love to illustrate, but I also have a deep passion for music, but it's extremely low key and a lot of people don't know. And in my free time, I like to write music, but I'm probably not going to share any of the music that I've written because it's also extremely private. But I also love to cover music and I like to sing. And it's something that I like to do since I was like in middle school, but I kept it literally in the closet. I would sing in a closet for a very long time. So hope you guys like it. I'm scared. Oh my gosh. I'm so nervous. Okay. What should I sing? I'm so nervous. Girl, just let your hair down. Let's paint the whole town. Life is our playground. But I'm not a kid no more, so I must open doors and let you feel like the lady you are. My mama raised me to be classy, not flashy. I'm happy to please you, though I can tell it's not what you're used to. No, and they say chivalry is dead, dead, dead. But let a real man pick up the slack and treat you with respect. And you don't have to love me, love me, love me. You don't have to love me, love me, love me. Just 'cause I'm a gentleman don't mean I ain't taking you to bed, baby. Ah, baby. Let me buy your meals, I'll see your head over heels. I feel like you deserve it. There's no pressure, we can do whatever makes you comfortable, yeah. I could write you both, let's go take my coat. Sing a music note to a song that I just wrote. Girl, just take my hand and let me be a man. Though it's not what you against you. And they say chivalry is dead, dead, dead. Go let a real man pick up the slack and treat you with respect. And you don't have to love me, love me, love me. Don't have to love me, love me, love me. Just 'cause I'm a gentleman don't mean I ain't taking you to bed, bed, bed. Oh my god. Okay, next song is Sunday Morning. It's my go-to song. Sunday morning, rain is falling. Still some covers share some skin. Glasses shrouding us in moments unforgettable. You twist to fit the mold that I'm in. But things just get so crazy. Living life, it's hard to do. And I would gladly hit the road. Get up and go if I know that someday you'll lead me back to you. That someday you will lead me back to you. And maybe all I need. And darkness here's all I see. Come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning. Oh, I never want to leave. Fingers trace your every outline. Yeah, yeah. Paint a picture with my hands. Oh, back and forth we sway like branches in a storm. Change the weather, still together when it ends. Oh, that may be all I need. Darkness is all I see. Gonna rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning. Oh, I never want to leave. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-dum. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-dum. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Oh, the things just get so crazy. Living life gets hard to do. Sunday morning rain is falling and I'm coming after you. See someday you'll bring me back to you. Found a way to bring myself back home to you. You may not know that maybe all I need. And darkness here's all I see. Gonna rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning. Oh, I never want to leave. Ah! Oh my god. Now the internet knows. It's gonna be on the internet forever. Oh my god, I can't. Thank you guys for the compliments. I do not give them. Oh gosh. What should the next song be? I could do Fly Me to the Moon. I like very classic songs. I don't know why. I don't know. I do not have a SoundCloud or a Spotify. Haha. I've been wanting to make a YouTube or to post my music, even the songs that I write, but I haven't been doing that. I also want to start a shop to sell my prints and my work. I still haven't done that yet. It's still all moving parts. Maybe Corona is a good thing. Maybe I'll do those things now that I have time and this is my last final and my last thing for college. Amy Winehouse? I don't know how to play any Amy Winehouse songs. Well, I think I'll do Fly Me to the Moon for now. I do have other songs. I just remembered some of them. Okay. I'll post them one day. Okay. No, it's the wrong key. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, please be true. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. Oh, in other words, love you. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. Oh, in other words, I love you. Oh my gosh. In other words, I love you. That was okay. Maybe I'll do an original song. I don't know. Okay, fine. I'll do one. This is the easiest one that I can remember. Oh, I'm so shaky. I forgot where it was. Oh, I don't want to go full screen. See all my faces. Okay, this is a song about my friend EJ. I don't know if she's watching this stream, but I made this song a couple years ago for her. I don't know why. I just like came up with a tune and it was about her. EJ, oh, EJ, you're a mom, you're a queen, my everything. I wanna be. You're an artist, you're a nerd. You protect and serve. Oh my gosh, it might be the wrong key. You protect and serve the young girls. EJ, you're unstoppable. Oh, maybe life ain't so bad, 'cause I know that you're here whenever I am sad. Maybe life ain't so bad, 'cause I know that you're here. It's so clear that I am so glad. Oh, EJ, you're a great friend. Hey there, did you know that you're beautiful in every single way? Just don't ever forget that ever again. EJ, you're so lovable. Maybe life ain't so bad, 'cause I know that you're here whenever I am sad. Maybe life ain't so bad, 'cause I know that you're here. It's so clear that I am so glad. Oh, EJ, you're my best friend. I never figured out the ending to that or made a bridge, but that's the official song. That's all I have for EJ. If you're watching, oof. I'm gonna take a break and look at people's messages. Who is 24 Her Lo-Fi Feed? I do not know who that is. But I appreciate all y'all's love. I also play ukulele. I could play that. But I can also play some very classic songs like pop songs and things. Maybe I'll play one more song at a time and switch over to ukulele. I don't know. What do you guys think? There's like 9 people left. Everyone's leaving. Let me do one more song on the guitar. Should I do Rocketeer? I don't know if you guys know this song. It's like an old one. Not really that old, but it's like a pop song from like the 2000s. Here we go, come with me. There's a world out there that we should see. Take my hand, close your eyes. With you right here, I'm a rocketeer. Let's fly. Up, here we go. Up, here we go. Let's fly. Up, here we go. When we start, nobody knows. Oh, if you want to. I mean, if you want to. I don't know. I don't really care. Yeah. I stopped mid-song. I don't really like that song anyways. Let's go to ukulele. Things are really messy today. It's so strange. Okay. I like ukulele. I know how to play Lemonade and Lullaby and a lot of songs, but those are my favorite songs that I play on ukulele. I know how to play very, very old songs, like not very, very old, but like, you know that tune where it's like, I know you belong to somebody new, but tonight I belong to me. I knew how to do those songs, but I kind of forgot the chords. I can pull some things up. Oh, there's this one song that I really, really like from The Wedding Singer, I believe. I've never watched the movie, but I like the song. Maybe I'll play that one. I have the chords. I think I'll do 2 more songs and then I'm gonna end this and look at other people's stuff, but yeah. If I can find it. Can't find it. Grow Old With You is the song. You know what? I'm good. I can't find it, so I think I'm not gonna sing it. So sorry. I can't find it. Somewhere in my notes. I should have prepared this, but it's okay. These are all very spontaneous, just like me. So I'll sing Lullaby. So we can all go to sleep. I need sleep. This will be my last song. Yes. Oh, also quick tip on how to tune your ukulele is I go by this weird tune. My dog eats cheese. My dog eats cheese. That's how you know. That's how I don't. That's how I tune it. I don't know why. Just a fun fact. Anyways. Missing your face, your touch, missing your kiss, your love, missing every little bit and piece of you. Baby, would you leave me halfway and love for you? Ooh, the many things that I would do just to feel you, hold you. Man, it's so hard not to have you here. You're probably sitting like me, missing you, baby. Ooh, yeah. Promise to listen before you sleep, 'cause I'll be staring at the stars, looking at the moon, wishing that I could be there with you. And it's okay, and it's alright. Baby, listen to this lullaby. Good night, sleep tight. Dream away with me tonight. Wherever you are, no matter how far, just listen to me. I'll sing you to to sleep. I love you. Good night. Dream away with me tonight. That's the end, folks. Oh my God. Good night, New York. I'm gonna go look at other people's streams because I want to see what they're doing and support them. But thank you guys for tuning in and watching me hit strings and say things out of my mouth. And I hope some recruiters saw what I did so I can get a job. Get me a job. Ugh. Hit me up if you can give me a job. All right. Esther signing out. Bye-bye.